everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. So today is Thanksgiving Day, at least here in the US. Either way, I wanted to upload a video talking about the books that I'm thankful for since today is Thanksgiving. So I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving Day, and if you're watching this a day after, a day later, I hope it was an amazing Thanksgiving. Today, like I said, is Thanksgiving Day, and today I'm talking about 5 books that I am very, very thankful for. So this is gonna be a little bit of I wouldn't say recommendations, I would say more of kind of like a story time. So books I'm gonna mention today, you're probably gonna roll your eyes and be like, you're really thankful for that, Heather? Like, you need to check yourself. But I have stories for each one of them and why I am particularly thankful for them. So before you click dislike or just click away from this video, just hear the story I have to say about the book in particular, because there's some on here that I look at and I'm like, I don't know if people would like that. Here are the 5 books that I am really, really thankful for because it's Thanksgiving Day. Let's be thankful. So the first book I want to talk about should be no surprise to anyone in the whole entire world, and that is Harry Potter. I'm sure a lot of people, and by a lot I mean a ton of people, talk about being really thankful for Harry Potter, myself included. Harry Potter, you know, I think for a lot of us really kick-started our reading. I was always a big reader before Harry Potter, but when I discovered Harry Potter, it awoke something at me. It awoke like this need for reading and this love and passion for reading that I never had before. Harry Potter started a lot of things for me. It started my really big reading obsession. It started my love for books. It started my first kind of love of a fandom. And I'm so grateful and so thankful that Harry Potter was in my life and I discovered Harry Potter. And I'll never forget the day I discovered Harry Potter. I was at the library with my dad and my brother because it was my dad's weekend with us kids because my parents were just newly divorced, and I decided to check out Harry Potter. I was like 11 years old. I heard a lot of people talking about it, and that weekend I started it and I couldn't stop it, and I just fell in love with the series. By my time when I started reading the series, only the first 3 books were out, I think. So after the first 3 books, I kind of grew with Harry Potter. Every year I would wait eagerly for the next one, and I would like pre-order it, and I would, you know, take my parents to the store and make them pick it up with me on the day. I would go the day up. Harry Potter is just the beginning of my love story with reading and my love story with books. And so for that, I am forever, ever thankful for it, because Harry Potter is always going to be a big part of my life and a big part of who I am. And I can't get enough of it, and I'm just thankful for the series. In regards to the eye roll section part of this video, you're going to see this book I'm about to talk about and you're going to be like, really? Just bear with me. Just bear with me. The next book I am thankful for is Twilight. I know. Go ahead. Commence eye rolls everywhere. I am grateful and thankful for Twilight because this kind of reignited my love for reading. So while I did love Harry Potter a ton, after that series ended or was coming to a close, there was nothing out there that I could really read a lot. And in this time, in my opinion, YA wasn't a big thing. I didn't know about YA books. I don't think there was a ton of them out there like there is today. And then Twilight came out. I saw Twilight in the bookstore like back in the day when Walden's books were big and B. Dalton was big, like the kind of little bookstores inside of malls. If you know what I'm saying, like you have the Barnes & Noble, then you have like the subsidiaries of Barnes & Noble and Borders. Those were the 2 stores. And I saw this cover and I was like, that's an interesting cover. And then I read the book jacket and it was about vampires. And as a Buffy fan, I was like, yes. I would think I was around 15 or 16 at the time. I became obsessed with the series. I think a lot of us did when we were younger. Now, to be honest with you, as a 29-year-old woman, if I could read this, would I be like, I'm in love with this still? Probably not. I'd probably read it and be like, whoa, what was I thinking? But the fact of, it was a big part of me when I was younger, and that's okay. I feel like Twilight, as bad as it is to say, and a lot of people may disagree with this, I think Twilight really helped kick YA into drive. I feel like Twilight really helped the young adult thing. I feel like Twilight really helped young adult fiction come to life and really reignite and get people more interested in it. I feel like it really sparked a big thing. And like I said, a ton of people could disagree with that. I don't know, but I really love Twilight because it really got me into YA fiction. Like when I read Twilight, I wanted to read like every type of YA book there was, and I really think it helped drive YA. So I'm forever thankful for Twilight, for, you know, having another fandom for in my life, for getting me into kind of YA fiction and discovering there is YA fiction because I never knew. So yeah, you know, the cringe part is there. It's really much there, but I'm still thankful for Twilight a ton. The next book that I am thankful for is Divergent by Veronica Roth, particularly because Divergent brought me to BookTube. I remember reading this before I even discovered BookTube. This was back in the day when I would scour kind of Walmart and Target shelves and look for any type of interesting books that would catch my eye, and this one caught my eye, and I finished it, and I was like, whoa, this book is amazing. I need to talk to people about it. And somehow I got up on YouTube and typed in this book and discovered the joy of BookTube. I think BookTube is a huge deal now. Like, a lot of people are booktubers, and it's so, the community has grown so much. But when I discovered BookTube, it was still relatively small. And even when I joined BookTube, it was still relatively small. So the fact, I'm just grateful and so thankful for Divergent, because it brought me to BookTube. It brought me to you guys. It brought me this huge sense of passion that I have. I love reading, and to combine my love of reading and combining my love of talking about my love of reading into one thing is amazing. So I don't know, if I had never read Divergent, I may never have been a booktuber. So as weird as that is, you know, as again, like Twilight, looking back on this, maybe I would reread this and be like, I don't know if I love you quite as much, because my love has definitely lessened a ton for Divergent, but I'm still thankful for it because it brought me to this amazing community, and I'm forever thankful for that. The next book I am thankful for is just Sarah Dessen in general. I discovered Sarah Dessen from a mutual friend that was a little bit older than me, and she talked about Sarah Dessen, and she lent me her books, and she awakened this love for Sarah Dessen. If you guys know me, I love Sarah Dessen. She's my favorite contemporary author. She has like 12 books under her belt. Like, she's written a ton, and I still enjoy her work. It's just the quintessential summer read, in my opinion, of Sarah Dessen. So I'm thankful for Sarah Dessen books because they always put a smile on my face, and she's my first like contemporary love. Like, I love so many contemporary books. There's no secret about that, but Sarah Dessen, she was my first. She was my first. This is still my favorite because I just love her characters. I love just the kind of lightheartedness of her whole series with a little dash of depth in them. I just really enjoy them. You know, they're not like the best written books or the best, you know, plot-wise books, but they put a smile on my face and they make me happy in summertime and springtime, and I'm really thankful for that. So I'm just thankful for Sarah Dessen. And the last book I am thankful for is J.R.R. Tolkien, and that's not a book, it's an author. This is a really beat up copy, you can see. It is aged, it is torn. This is actually my father's copy, and he gifted it to me. And I'm thankful for this because while I don't have the best relationship with my father, and I don't know if I ever will, I'm thankful for J.R.R. Tolkien because he really got my father into reading. And I really think, honestly, sometimes your love of reading comes from your parents. I don't know if that's some sort of gene, if it's some sort of gene or DNA, or if it's like in your DNA, you know, like my dad loves reading, so it's kind of in me. Does that make any sense? Or if it's just watching your parents read a ton. I remember watching my dad read this a lot. He loves J.R.R. Tolkien. He loves Lord of the Rings. He loves high fantasy like Terry Brooks. I actually got him into the Game of Thrones series. He's reading it and watching it. But I'm just thankful for J.R.R. Tolkien because he's made my dad love reading, and it's kind of made me love reading because I think it's kind of in me. And my brother loves reading too, but he loves reading different things. We still love reading. I think it stems from our father. And like I said, while I don't have the best relationship with my father, it's very much strained and just not the best. I'm still thankful for J.R.R. Tolkien because without, you know, him, I may have never like maybe loved Lord of the Rings as much as I do because I know my dad loves it as much, or I may have not loved reading as much because my dad loves reading, if that makes any sense. So I'm just really thankful for, you know, this book, and beat up as it is, it's one of my most treasured possessions because it was my father's, and it just goes to show you like how well loved this book is. And I'm okay with books being beat up because it shows you that they are well loved and they are well read in your library. So there you have it. Those are the 5 books that I'm thankful for. If I'm honest with you, I'm thankful for every single book on my shelf. I'm so happy to have all of these books behind me, and I love them all so very much, each in their own individual and unique way. I thought I would just share this video with you because it's Thanksgiving and it's time to be thankful and just for being really happy with what you have, even if you may not have much. I myself am blessed with so many things in my life. I have a great husband, I have a beautiful son, I have a roof over my head. You know, I'm lucky that my husband and I have stable jobs, and I know a lot of other people may not be fortunate enough as myself. So, you know, now's the time to be thankful, be grateful for what you have. Because I know sometimes every day, I know a lot of times during, you know, throughout the year, I'm like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. That person has that. That person has this big house. That person has this bigger car. That person has all these books. That person, all that stuff. It's really time to reflect, to be like very grateful and very thankful for what you have. So I'm grateful for all the hardships life has brought me, because there has been a lot of heartbreak and a lot of, you know, really scary and hard things in my life, but I'm thankful for them because they made me who I am and they made me stronger. So basically, I just want to share with you these books that I'm really, really thankful for, each in their own individual way. I hope you guys are having an amazing Thanksgiving and eating all the food and watching Elf and Home Alone a ton. That's what we watch in my house repeatedly. And if you have any books that you are really, really thankful for, please leave them down below and leave me your story of why you're thankful for them, because I would love to hear your story with a particular book and why you're thankful for it. I will talk to you guys later, and have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy life. Bye.